Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're at in the world. Today it is August 1st. Welcome to August. Welcome to the My Mortgage Hound Daily Home of the Day. We are done with France today. I know we've been doing a lot about buying homes abroad. If you haven't seen those and you're interested in buying a home abroad, go look at those. Today we're going to focus on a new listing here in Southwest Washington. Interest rates today, according to Mortgage News Daily, the national average 6.63. That's down slightly after this week's Fed comments and them leaving interest rates unchanged, and the president having some very strong comments about how we have the 38th lowest rates in the world. We're number 38, where he's really putting pressure to bring rates down for better or worse. The short-term impact of that is what we see here. We've had very flat interest rates, hover around 6.8. We're down to 6.63. Let's hope this trend continues to slowly improve. All right. Columbia River Gorge. Beautiful place. A lot of people relocating out to Hood River, Stevenson. So we're going to go to the Gorge today. Found a brand new listing that is very cool. We are going to one of the coolest addresses ever, 1120 Rodeo Drive in White Salmon, Washington, 98672. 3 beds, 2 baths, 1,893 square feet, listed at $825,000. Built in 2016, sits on a half-acre lot. If we look at the map here, we can see just where in Stevenson we're at, and we're not too far from Highway 14. Not too far from the White Salmon River. So yeah, let's take a look. This home is listed by Douglas at RE/MAX. Contemporary West White Salmon home, locally known as Pucker Huddle. This bluff neighborhood is a perennial favorite, whether you're zipping into White Salmon's hip dining scene, headed for the trails, or rolling down to the river. You'll love this quiet but central location, built perfectly into a terraced hillside in 2016. This home makes an easy move. Enter on the upper level, where an open floor plan welcomes expansive tree-framed views across the White Salmon River Valley throughout a large bank of west-facing windows. All right, I'm going to kind of summarize. Big deck, high ceilings, engineered wood floors, gas fireplace in the living room. I'm guessing that's probably propane. Kitchen is well appointed. Bronze farmhouse sink. That'll be fun to look at. Primary bedroom on the main level, along with a perfect office tucked adjacent in the entryway. Downstairs offers 2 additional bedrooms, a full bathroom, and a laundry room. Big bonus room with its own gas fireplace. All right. Okay. Note that the county record shows 1,749 square feet, but a 2020 appraisal shows 1,893 square feet. So it'll be interesting to see what the new appraisal says on this one. Let's look at some pictures. They just had a price cut. How long has this been on the market? Let's see here. They just had a listing updated July 28th. So kind of a trick, if you update the listing and then you filter your search by number of days on the market, it'll move your listing up into that. So I have my filter set at 7 days. So that's why this one hit $35,000 price cut on June 25th. Okay, so there's a drone shot of the back of the house. You can see that terraced lot that they talked about in the description. Some things I notice here is tons of windows, a heat pump, and a nice big deck. Looks like a detached 2-car garage, some stairs built into the hillside, and it looks like a garden with deer fence around it. So here's our driveway. Looks like a gravel driveway. Looks like in pretty good shape. Maybe some fresh paint and stain on that deck. Here's our entryway. Love the wood trim. Love the engineered floors. Wow. Wasn't expecting this when I saw the outside of the front, right? Beautiful, great room. Those windows are the star of the show, looking out over White Salmon. Nice open kitchen. Interesting, there's no island. You would think of this kind of great room, you'd have an island in there. There's our heat pump. Nice exposed beam. Nice woodwork. There's our kitchen. There's that copper sink. Does the copper clash with the stainless steel appliances? Can't really get copper appliances. But very cool. Looks like granite countertops. There's our gas fireplace. All right, so this is looking from the kitchen into the great room, and then the bedroom with behind that barn door. Now we're only dealing with under 1,900 square feet, depending on who measures, it sounds like in that description. So that's a pretty nice use of space on that first floor. There's our deck. Here's our primary bedroom. Copper sink in the bath. This looks like a guest bath. That might be our primary bath. So single vanity, if that is the primary bath. There's our office. Now we're downstairs in that bonus room, another gas fireplace, mini split. Different flooring that looks like laminate wood flooring. With a slider out back. Bedroom number 2. Guest bath. Laundry room. Really like the cabinets. Bedroom number 3. Here's our detached garage. Unfinished, but very nice empty canvas there. Little path going around back. Garden. Okay, what do you guys think? I'm going to skim through some financing options here. More than ever since rates have gone up, I feel now is the time to use a temporary 2-1 buy down. A temporary 2-1 buy down is a feature that can be added to almost any loan program. And the reason why is the indicators that rates are going to be better in the next 18 to 36 months are higher than they've been in a while. And so this allows us to have the sellers buy down our interest rate for the first 2 years, and during that time period we're hoping rates drop where we can refinance and capture that lower rate. So if we were to finance this with 20% down on a conventional 30-year fixed, our purchase price $825 would make our loan amount $660,000. Today's interest rate national average is 6.63. Okay, our total payment including taxes and insurance $4,804. Now, if we come in and ask the sellers to buy down our rate with a temporary buy down for the first 2 years, year 1, our rate gets bought down by 2%, bringing it to 4.63, lowering our total payment to $39.71, saving us $833 a month for that first year. When year 2 starts, our interest rate is bought down by 1%. That's why it's called a 2-1 temporary buy down. So our interest rate would be 5.63, and we are saving $426 a month for year 2. And then years 3 through 30, we are back at our total payment and total interest rate 6.63 and $4,804 for the life of the loan. Now this is still a 30-year fix. It's just a kind of, call it a teaser rate paid for by the sellers. So we're hoping in this time period that we're catching a refinance somewhere in the 5s. If we go to our closing cost breakdown, the cost to the sellers would be $15,117 to do the 2-1 buy down for you. And I think in this market, especially at that price range, knowing that they just did a price reduction, you should have no problem negotiating the sellers to pay for a 2-1 buy down. And then So the cost is $15,117, and then the contributions would be that credit from the sellers paying for that on your behalf. Great way to go in this market. Like, subscribe. We hit our goal of 100 subscribers. We're going to go to 500 is our next goal. Give us a thumbs up. Live stream tomorrow, 9 a.m. We're doing a live stream. We're going to look at 3 new listings. Not sure what the theme's going to be yet. If you have a theme, throw it in the comments. Probably just new listings, maybe beach. We're going to the beach, so maybe we'll do a beach house special. You guys enjoy your Friday. Have a safe weekend. We'll see you on the live stream tomorrow. Bye, everybody.